Margaret's. I'm here in the choir room with Doc, and we are wanting to talk a little bit today about chanting the Psalms. I know, right? It is a scary thing to chant the Psalms, but it's also, once you learn how to do it, it's really enriching, and it's a great way to, in a really appropriate way, to sing the Psalms. Doc, will you just kind of tell us a little bit about why do we sing the Psalms?
Well, we sing the Psalms because historically the Psalms have been sung. They were the first choir book, and so they are this ancient collection of wonderful hymns that choirs and congregations have been singing for eons. So when we join in the singing of the Psalms, we're joining in this cacophony of voices that have sung these words for literally thousands of years now.
That's great. And why are all the Psalms in the prayer book? People may not realize that all the Psalms are in the prayer book. Why is that?
I don't know. Why are they?
Because I'll tell you. Because they are meant to be sung, and they are metered, and even the text is just a little bit.
It is a little bit
different because it's supposed to be set to music, right? So I know that in many churches, and I think at St. Margaret's too, especially at the 9 o'clock service, that it has been kind of the tradition to say the Psalms. And that's completely fine, and that's an okay way to do that. And we like to try to mix it up from time to time to try to introduce the congregation to some new ways of looking at the Psalms. But all of those Psalms are right there, and so I thought it'd be fun today if you could kind of go through how to do that so that we can be better at doing that together.
Right. So for the next month, we're going to be using what's called a simplified Anglican chant at both services. And in the Psalter that's in the prayer book, in the middle of the verse, there'll be an asterisk. And that's a dividing point, right? And we also use another marker as a divider. We use this slash. And so in simplified Anglican chant, we sing all of the words down to the slash on the first note, and then we move to the next note for the word or words or syllables after the slash. And then the asterisk tells us to move on to the next measure. So then we go to the next measure, we sing all of these words on the first note, and then after the slash we move to the next note. So before we sing the chant, I'll play it through like this. Gives you all of the notes of the chant, and then we all sing it together like this. Do not fret yourself because of evil doers. Do not be jealous of those who do wrong, for they shall soon wither like the grass, and like the green grass fade away. It's that simple.
And that's why it's called simplified
Anglican chant. Yeah.
Okay. So I have to tell you just a really quick story. So the first time that I remember being in an Episcopal service, I was around the 6th grade, and they did simplified Anglican chant, and my sister and I were sitting in the front row where my mom liked for us to sit, and they started in on the simplified Anglican chant. I'd never heard it before, and I thought it was hilarious because there is every once in a while you may get a really long verse in that one note, right? And so we would sit there and kind of chuckle about it. And I don't encourage chuckling, but sometimes as you're learning these things, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to we all mess up as we're learning things. So certainly give it a try as we go through, and let this rich tradition of saying the Psalms, singing the Psalms, chanting the Psalms, kind of seep into your consciousness, so that your worship is even more enriched, and the whole congregation's worship is more enriched as well. And you may learn a few things while you're at it, or even the text may jump out at you a little bit different. The more you get used to this, the more it may speak to you. So it's a new way to a new old way to engage the Psalms. So we hope that you'll do that. We hope you like it. And as always, please give us feedback on this. We always like to hear from the congregation about things that are working and things that aren't. Even when we do something like this, we only do it for a limited amount of time. It's never forever. So we do like to change things up from time to time. So let us know. And anyway, thank you, Doc.
Yeah, and if you need more help about singing the Psalms, feel free to ask me anytime. That's what we're here for.
All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day, and go in peace.
Thanks, Peter.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed